Yeah.
Yeah, Stoner Morning Show.
It's
Good
funny.
morning.
I feel like it's important to have that disclaimer up just to sort of like, I don't know. It makes us seem more responsible and legit, you know. But
It
I
does.
but then I sometimes forget to leave it up for the logo. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, got that disclaimer out of the way.
Who made that logo?
I did.
Sure did.
That's a beautiful logo, and we should have merch ready already. We should not be wasting that logo. That logo is fantastic.
We should. The funny thing about that logo is that I made it on some computer that I don't have anymore, and it was like a font within that computer, and I never bothered to save the original file. I'm usually good at that. Um, but Lex did some detective work and found the logo or the font.
Oh,
Oh,
Um, just some interesting, I don't know, font detective work.
it's important, man.
Yeah.
You gotta say that logo. That's really, really beautiful.
Um,
not this one. Not this one. The other one.
oh yeah. Well, that was that's a whole different story. I mean, this isn't a show about graphic design. I mean, we can go into it if we want.
I wish it was. You guys watch any of this show Abstract on Netflix?
Oh, I've seen a little bit of that.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't.
need to finish it. I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's what the show that I'm going to be on is about. But it's
Ooh.
kind of the same thing, just visiting with artists and talking about what they do.
Yeah. Oh, your PBS show. When is that? Do you know when that first airs?
I don't. It'll be like within the next 2 months. It's not on PBS. It's on like their digital wing. I
Mm.
think there's a separate actual TV channel for it, but it's not PBS. It's
Okay.
one of their wings or arms or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph. Did you know that someone made an amazing appearance in New York City today,
Ooh,
and I think it might have been because of your new song that came out, the Emmanuel
Oh
Lewis song.
yeah.
Yeah, the Great Snowy Owl has not been seen in Central Park since 1890, and it came back this week because
The one
it was looking to hear your song.
the one owl came back
wow. Is it
after a
one? There's only
century.
one of them?
This is a segment about birds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did they have footage of it?
Yeah, there's photos.
There's a photo. I don't know if you can see him.
I'm
There it
gonna
is.
use that. I'm gonna make a promo with that. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what that because I heard about that story as well, and you know what it made me think that I know I've seen owls at like zoos, and you know if you would go to like a museum when you were a kid, and there would be like an animal show, they'd bring out snakes and stuff like that. I know I've seen an owl in one of
Yes.
those situations. I don't think I've ever seen an owl in the wild.
Really?
I don't think
I used
so.
to. I lived in North Carolina all the time. They were like everywhere. They're like rats.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one either. I mean, I haven't spent that much time in the wild.
Man, we got to get you into the wild. You're gonna love it.
You gotta get into
Ralph's in the wild now.
Yeah.
You know that movie was like a huge. There's like several different little inspirations from our bike tour, but Seeing Into the Wild was probably a third of it.
Wow.
I never read the book, but that movie, fuck, I love that movie. Damn. Did you
You know,
guys
it
see?
would be you know it would be a funny birthday gift for you
Hmm.
is if I bought the book and just showed it to you, and then just said, "I'm gonna read it."
I'm gonna read it first.
Yeah, just tell me
Ha-
about it after you're done reading it. Or
yeah. Happy birthday, Ralph. You inspired me to read this book.
Man, I haven't read a book in like 3 years. Maybe I really have not. I read some two acting books, I think, and
Hmm.
that's it. I haven't finished a book otherwise in like 4 years. I think when Trump got elected and I just stopped reading.
Wow. You and a
Just
lot of people.
goes to show that the world just got a lot stupider when he was elected.
Uh, I don't think I took in less information. I was still watching interviews and like watching documentaries and stuff. You know, I don't think in podcasts. I listened to a ton of podcasts. I still learned a bunch, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't read any books. And I'm on a crusade. I'm against this idea that reading books is like the best form of knowledge. Like people oftentimes are like, you don't learn anything because you don't read, which I used to be a really voracious reader, but also like I listen to a ton of podcasts and interviews and things like that. Like I hear the people that people read, I listen to them directly talk.
Yeah.
Worth less than reading their book. What?
Yeah. I don't read books, but I listen to you and you're a book. That's what you can tell people.
Yeah.
Would you ever listen to a book on tape?
I haven't ever done it yet, but I probably would.
Oh, you know what? I should do that because I haven't been on road trips for a while, of course, but I've told myself, next time I go on a road trip, I'm definitely going to listen to a book on tape. But uh, Lex is reading Dune at the moment. I don't know how far he is, and I thought about reading it with him concurrently, but then he got too far, and I was just like, oh, it wouldn't be the same as if we were reading it at the same time. But maybe I'll just listen to it. I'll listen
There
to
you go.
Dune.
I
Or
might
you can
watch
just watch
that.
the movie.
Hmm?
I said, or you can just watch the movie.
When
I've
is the movie coming out? Who's doing that again? It's that
Uh,
Villeneuve.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is that coming out soon?
It was supposed to be out in November, but it got pushed back, so it's going to be out next year.
COVID.
I
I might watch that documentary you were talking about today, Sean.
oh,
The
Jodorowsky's Dune. Oh, it's so good.
shit. I
It
watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom this morning.
oh,
Fuck, that was good.
I saw that Facebook post. Wow, you watched that this morning. Wow.
Yeah, I was just sitting around. Sometimes I get up real early for no reason, and
Sure.
I was just sitting around and I saw it and I was like, "Fuck it, let me just watch this thing." And holy shit, it was good, man. It was
Really?
as good as they said it was.
It's
It,
on my list. The trailer looks so great.
it's really, really good. Like things that are black are so interesting.
Hmm.
The the levels that they work on are such different levels than white things. I don't know how if I'm explaining this well. It's like the levels that like James Brown works on are so different than the levels that the Beatles work on. You know what I mean? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
so interesting. It's like it's like it it gets such mileage out of parts of it that you would think to overlook.
Yeah, yeah.
I, I don't know how else to put it, man. It's so cool.
Well, I don't. I'm not saying that I have knowledge that you do not possess about this topic, but but remember like a year ago, I was listening to a bunch of Sammy Davis Jr. and
I think so, yeah.
I was reading about him as well. Like I don't know, he had such a fascinating life because he was born into the entertainment industry. His father and his uncle, it was they had like a trio, and he grew up shielded from racism because he didn't know, like his dad, anytime like any white person yelled at him on the street, like he explained it away as just like, oh, it's just they're jealous because we're entertainers. So he didn't know racism until he joined the army, and then he like felt it hard. You know what I mean? And then for the rest of his life, he was embraced by like Frank Sinatra and those guys,
Uh,
which brought him like black people were mad at him for hanging out with those. You know what I mean? So it was just sort of like he was both celebrated and hated in so many different ways.
so many of our people that we talk about so glowingly now, it's like I bring this up all the time, but I think it's always fascinating. I always compare um, Kanye West and Muhammad Ali, and
Mm-hmm.
people get really mad at me for doing it, but like they don't accept that in Muhammad Ali's time, he was not universally celebrated.
No.
People were, because like their success is comparable because arguably Kanye West is the most important recording artist of the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Argue that's very arguable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like hugely successful, but he is not universally beloved.
No, no.
And so same with Muhammad Ali, like he was the undeniable champion, but like white people for sure, some of them weren't into him, and there's a lot of black people that were not into him because
Right.
it was a lot of trouble for them. Because imagine it's the 1950s or 60s, right? And you were sure that whites are superior to blacks, and yet there's this black guy that no one in your race can beat,
Right. Right.
and you've probably lost money on it, huge sums of money on it.
Yeah.
So now, who are you going to take that out on? The black people that live around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was not universally beloved at the time.
No.
Um, Man, it's such a funky world. Also, like really highlighted for me how much like even as a black man, like I'm first generation Black American. My family's from Haiti.
Yeah.
So even though it's like we share the same plight, like Haiti was enslaved, like we'd freed ourselves like I think maybe 100 years before everyone else, and our
It was a different society.
it's a
Kind of.
different thing. Being a Black American and being a Haitian American are two they're 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 cousins, but they're not the same
Mm-hmm.
culture. They're
Yeah.
very different cultures, and
Yeah.
so I'm constantly learning a lot about Black culture. Black American culture is also my culture, but I'm coming to it from a different. I got off a different exit to get on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's super interesting. Yeah, such a good movie. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It like it opened and I was like, okay, what's going on? But by the end, I was like, holy shit, dude, this thing is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, you're a fan of Rocky, and I'm a fan of Rocky,
Oh
right?
yeah, big time.
And like, I
Yeah.
think, um, I think a lot of times we are zoned in on stories of like triumph over adversity, and so many black stories. There's like no way that you could tell the story without there being adversity and pressure. You know what I mean? So it's like it has more of that. And Rocky was a manufactured story. You know what I mean? And this movie was like a real story.
Yeah, I think that my rating was real. I mean, I love it all. And like without Rocky, you wouldn't have Creed right now, which
Yeah,
Creed
yeah,
is such a great mythology right now too. And you know, plenty of and that's why uh Ryan Coogler made Creed because he loved Rocky growing up, and his
yeah.
dad loved Rocky. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I often feel like I can't really even really talk about this stuff because I don't always feel as militant as my peers do. Sometimes I feel maybe more militant, but I don't know. I don't always feel that way. I'm like I'm happy for everyone to get their credit. I'm not after anybody getting less credit. I'm interested in just Black people getting their credit that is due to them. But
Hmm.
because they don't always get that, I'm not looking to take any away from anyone else. I don't think that helps me. Um, yeah, man, I love Sylvester Stallone. Fucking, and it's funny because I say I love Rocky, but really I just love Rocky One, and the other Rockies are fond memories, but nothing touches Rocky One for me, except until you get to Creed.
Yeah, yeah.
Rocky One is
They're
fucking.
all they're all pretty good except for the fourth one. I think the
I
fourth one.
love Rocky One. His
Oh, the fourth one the
the
best.
trainer in that is the best.
Mickey,
Mickey, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Get in the
Bub,
crap lightning. What
What does he say?
is he? You're gonna shit thunder and crap lightning and all that shit.
You had the talent to be a good fighter. Instead, you become a second-rate leg breaker. It's a waste of life.
Oh man, what a line! I just listened to that soundtrack a few days ago.
Soundtrack.
It
Bill
lifted me
Conti.
up.
I wonder if it's on. It's not always on streaming services.
It's
Sometimes
not.
it's.
No, I had to look up. I had to look it up on YouTube. Um, I found the soundtrack on YouTube. Real quick for everyone watching, we have some guests coming up. We have a skateboarder who I think is going to be joining us very soon, and then we have a friend Pip Smith is going to do a segment called Baked News.
Ooh.
Um, we have our friend Yancey who's going to be doing um, some marijuana inspired show and tell, and then Jason, who's our third guest? Who am I blanking on? I feel. Oh wait, Reed.
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 We just talked about him too. That's right.
Yeah. Well, we haven't met him yet. He's a connection that we made on Instagram, but he's
Yeah.
coming on as well. So that's. I hope everyone feels sufficiently teased.
Hey guys, if
Yeah.
if I ever got COVID, what would you guys do to make me feel better?
Wow.
I only asked you this
Yeah.
because there was a fireman in Phoenix who got it, and his friends at the firehouse went and took the ladder truck and and took the ladder and brought it up to like the 18th floor, and we're like hanging out by the window with him and everything like that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
That's
I'm just
cool.
wondering what you guys would do.
Well, so that's definitely firemen doing that is something within their means, you know? So if I was to choose something within my means to make you happy, I'd probably just record a video for you.
Oh, that would make me feel better.
Okay. I mean, it seems slight now that I say it out loud. So maybe I'd send you a care package,
Oh,
you know?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Maybe I'd buy a copy of Into the Wild and tell you I'm going to read it.
And you'd read it to me.
No, I would just read it to me.
I think I've heard you, Jason, like talk. Oh no, I'm talking with Zoom. I think I've heard you, Jason, talk about you like bees before. I probably try to arrange to fill your room with bees.
Let them healthily sting you.
That would be good. That would keep him alert.
Oh, man.
You know what that would be good for? That's a very pragmatic treatment for somebody who has a concussion and they can't fall asleep. It's like, we're going to put bees in here.
They'd be like, what? Wait, what? Why?
Yeah.
Wait. Would they be the Killer Bees? The Wu-Tang?
No. Really, just wanted to
Fill
delight
my
you.
room with the Wu-Tang. That would make me feel better.
Oh yeah, there'd be all the Wu-Tang members.
Yeah.
With all those killer bees.
We can't get those guys. We can't get them.
We don't have that clout yet.
Yeah, maybe
Soon.
Oh man, I just had a thought and it fell out of my head whole. I don't know what it was.
I seen something drop from your ear.
It fell right out of my head. Holy moly. I was like, okay, I'm about to say this, and now it's gone.
Oh. I get. I was thinking about somebody the other day who I hadn't seen in a while, and I blanked on their name. It was like somebody I grew up with. You know what I mean? I blanked on their name, and I was so frustrated that I blanked on their name. And as you get older, you have that thought of like, is my mind going? But I had to remind myself that forgetting somebody's name isn't a sign of dementia. It's like forgetting what keys do.
Nah.
You have keys in your hand and you're like, what are these? That's dementia. Hey, here's Jeremiah Swanson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
So I met Jeremiah through Canoe Cannabis. They were tagging us both in there, and then we kind of connected.
Nice.
He's a really cool skateboarder. You got to see his Instagram and the shit he does. It's just makes it look effortless. What's up, brother?
Heyo.
What's up? I've got some skateboarding stories I can tell later, but yours are going to be better. Yours are going to be better than mine, I know.
I got some pretty gnarly ones, but yeah, man. Good morning, guys. Cheers up.
How's your Saturday?
Oh, it's actually just starting right now, hence the blanket.
Oh yeah.
I'm in Vegas, so it's only 7:00.
Oh man, thanks for getting up so early.
Oh no, I'm usually up about 6, just chilling in the bed. So I was like, whatever. I mean, it just made me get up a little earlier. I had my cereal, got some coffee. Check out this mug I got.
Hey, video games, nice.
Oh, did you invest in GameStop?
Dude. Dude, me and my wife was having like this like small like little altercation about that because she kind of brought up like some buying stocks thing not too long ago to me. And I was like, but she kind of threw me off because she was like, I think I should buy some stuff in Apple. And I'm like, I don't really know. And she's like, well, I'm going to look into it. And then because, you know, everybody's starting to do it and all this. And then she started like looking at like Bitcoin and she's like she's real far behind on that stuff. So she was just like, yeah, I heard about this and that. And then like I get off work yesterday and she's like, so did you know that like the stocks like are done or something like that? I'm like, what? And she's like, no, like everything's down. Like you can't invest in anything anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? Where are the odds of that shit?
They're doing it because of all these. Who is it? It's the Robinhood on Reddit.
Yeah. That's crazy. I was kind of looking into it because I got friends that like do a lot of the crypto stuff. So I'm like, you know, I guess it must be popular.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Yeah, I figured out what happened and was like, oh shit.
Well, man, I've been thinking about downloading that Stash app for like 3 years, and I haven't done it.
Dude, seriously, like same shit here. I mean, you hear about it so much, you're like, man, well, okay, let me see what the kick's all about. Something's got to be going on here.
Right.
What is it?
Stash.
Like mustache?
Yeah, but just the stash.
Kind of.
They should have Tom Selleck be the spokesperson for that.
You know what they should do? So, you know, we're talking about all these apps where you can sort of like invest small amounts in companies and stuff like that. They should do something where you can invest a small amount in a person.
Yeah. Like an intense, like a more detailed GoFundMe.
Yeah. But I mean, everyone just throws in dimes, and it's just sort of like, you know, it just gets spread around to people.
Oh, you know what? That would actually be kind of cool. Like, it'd be a crazy concept.
I would like a crowdfunding program that you can invest money into people, but the thing is, they have to wear the money.
Yeah. Or the money has to be on them.
Yeah. And not like they buy clothes or anything. You just the money gets pasted onto the change and dollars and stuff.
We got some kinks to work out on that one, but yeah, we'll figure it out. Jeremiah, so as a skateboarder who gets up early, I just want to ask, like skateboarding is an athletic endeavor. Do you do any other sort of like athletic things like cross training or working out or?
So there's like a crazy story about a year or two ago. I've been skating. Like, my dog wants to be in here because he's wondering.
Oh yeah.
But a few years ago, like I started like trying to work out and skate, like mixed with it, and it was kind of on like a little like, you know, when you say if your birthday is coming up and you want to like, you know, get a little fit for your birthday and whatnot, and it was like a couple months prior. So I'm like, let me try out this little workout thing, and in my head I was like, I could just probably work out my upper body. And like,
right,
my legs will get worked out from skating. So like, it'll be like skateboarding will be my cardio, and this will be like my workout, like bodybuilding towards thing. Yeah. So going into it, I was more like working out was gonna be my warm up for skating. So as much as I like figure out in my head, figured skateboarding is my like actual workout to stay fit, it was like 10 times easier for me to be able to work out and then go skate. So like, within that little period, I ended up gaining like 20 pounds of muscle in like maybe a year, and then like got too big. Like it's crazy. I got pictures and videos of it. Like you can see, like my body size was just like kind of crazy. It was weird,
Yeah.
but it was the I like that the most that I got out of it was probably like the healthy side of it because as a skater I'm always eating junk. Well, I can't say all skaters are like that, but as a skater I'm just like junk food. Not really worrying about what I eat and stuff. But working out, it makes you want to go the whole healthy way. So it was like a win-win. Basically, I had way more energy when I was skating, and like same when I was working out.
Do skaters?
But as far as other sports, like I kind of use skateboarding as more of like a rebellious thing. Like I'm more of like the black sheep in my family. So like I was into skateboarding, and they didn't really care too much for it, so it made me be more into it.
Oh yeah.
So, it's kind of that thing. Same thing with my hair. I was never allowed to have like long hair. So like I got old enough and I got dreads and I'm like, when?
Did you grow up in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm actually born and raised.
All right.
Yeah. Wow, born and raised in Vegas.
I'm a real life vegan or
vegan.
My homeboy Isaac Sawyer is from Vegas.
Oh yeah?
He's been on Sunday Morning Show before. Yeah. Man, what's it like to grow up there? I went there my whole life. I was like, man, I don't ever want to go to Vegas because I'm always scared. I've always been scared of gambling, and I thought that's all it was. And I went there one time, and I was like, wow, this might be my favorite city. People are so cool.
It's funny because the stereotype for Vegas is that you can live there. like growing up, like playing around with kids online and stuff like that, and meeting people from like out of town. It's like they're like, dude, I didn't even know you could live here. Like you live at the casino. Like that's what I hear all the time when I'm like online gaming. Like, what do you guys stay in a hotel or something like that? It's like, dude, no, like Vegas is an actual city. Like,
yeah.
Now I could probably say that like I can't really say too much experiences like for outside of Vegas because I've literally only been here. So when the few times I've been outside of Vegas, I don't like it. Like the air is completely different because it's a desert.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got mountains, we got like all that stuff that's everywhere in other states. It's really dry out here. And when I go out of town, I get sick like instantly. I don't know if it's because of the air or the humidity and all that. It just feels like a completely different atmosphere. And I mean, I guess I'm used to the heat and everything like that. But the main thing about Vegas is the convenience. It's a 24-hour state. And like, if you go anywhere else, that little inconvenience will like really throw you off.
Right.
A lot. Like last call and all that stuff, like you having to get your alcohol like certain days, like hours before shops close, it's crazy. Like,
yeah. So upstate New York, 11 o'clock hits, everything shuts down. You can't even get gas from the gas pumps.
See, yeah, that's weird. Like, I don't know. That's weird to me.
Jeremiah, you never want to visit a dry county. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're never going to want to visit one of those places.
I've been out of Vegas maybe like a handful of times. I've been to Jamaica on my honeymoon, but that was like as a resort, so that was kind of cool. And then like I've been to California a handful of times, and I've been to Atlanta. I can count on the fingers the places I've been, but I've only been there for like tiny periods, like visiting and stuff like that. But like I want to go more out of the country versus like states, because like I said, I'm just really comfortable with Vegas, and if I go anywhere else, I'm usually like, oh, okay, this is nice.
Hey, real quick, we have a comment that is meant for you, Jeremiah. One of our biggest fan, Don, he said, "Let's meet up at a skate park in Vegas today. My 14-year-old daughter, is a full-time skateboarder."
Oh, Don's our super fan. He's a really cool guy.
Wait. Does he only have a daughter that skates, or does like his son? Does he have a son that skates? Look.
No, I think just the daughter.
I think it's his daughter. Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of skaters out here. That was just, but the way you said it, like he was just like, my daughter's a full time. It's like, okay, I know one chick out here, and her brother and her both like really, really good skaters. But hell yeah, what the hell? Yeah, ask him if he's over by Craig Ranch. That'd be perfect.
Well, he's watching. You ask him.
Oh, dude, are you over by Craig Ranch? There's Craig Ranch. There's Bunker Skate Park, and then there's Like, I'll even go to Centennial if you're down. Fucking let me know. Hell yeah, that'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah. Well, how do we tell him how to find you?
Yeah, you can go to my Instagram. It's Supervillain Black, or you can just type my name in. It's Jeremiah Swanson. But yeah, the Supervillain it's like SUPR _ then villain and then _ then BOK.
I posted it in the Facebook chat, and he also just said Buffalo and Lake Mead.
The Bunker Park?
I don't know.
Ask him Bunker, or ask him. Yeah, well, I mean, whatever skate park you want to go to, put that in there.
Yeah.
We'll go from there.
Here's something I want to know. So you're from Vegas, originally, and still, and like Ralph is from New York. Jason is from Long Island. I live in New York now.
Who's it? Is anybody in Canada?
No. We have friends up in Canada.
Oh, I don't know why. Okay, so maybe since he found me through the cannabis company, that's why. Okay, because I was like, oh, okay, this must be a place in Canada. That's pretty cool. But, like,
I'm really close to Canada. I'm that far up in New York that I'm only like 4 hours from Canada.
Oh, okay, sick. Hell yeah. That's dope.
So New Yorkers love New York films, you know? Like, do you have any like fondness for any Vegas movies?
Yeah, so the thing about Vegas movies is I kind of like to like pick them apart, like really, really bad. I mean, I guess Hangover is probably a good one.
Oh yeah.
It's I like
funny.
A lot of the.
I didn't even think about that one. The only Vegas movie I had in mind was Casino.
Dude, there's a crazy. Yeah, see, I was gonna say that too. There's a crazy thing about the Hangover movie. My brother's girlfriend, she actually is like a model out here, and she gets contacted by all these different agencies, and there was like this like I guess opportunity she got sent to, and she was supposed to be an extra in Hangover, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh shit, this is dope. So she's doing like all these like training and stuff like that, or scripts for it, and she never really told us what the script was, and I don't know if it was because she was kind of like nervous, or maybe she wasn't supposed to tell us or something like that. But kind of long story short, we end up finding out that she was on Fremont Experience when the car was driving down, like actually on the strip, and she was the girl that came out the door and then went back in. And then the car drives by. But that was literally it. Like it was like 3 weeks of like going to the agency to like set up for this shot, and like I think they did it like 12 times, and then the only reason they called her because they decided at the area or the shot they had for her to be in it was like the one they were gonna use. But it was cool though. She got like $600 for it.
You've been extras in movies, right?
Yeah, I've been a few extras, but like it's weird because you won't be in the movie. But the reason they used your film, they filmed you, they have to, get the likeness and stuff.
They used the back of your head, so.
And they don't want you to be like, hey, I was in that movie. That was my head. And then fucking
pay me.
Yeah. So they just send you like some random like $60 check, and they don't even like show you like where you be in the movie. It's like, thank you. And it's all right, okay, that's cool. But yeah, no, I kind of like how they portray Vegas, besides like, because they don't really do the living side of Vegas. They kind of just do, they don't really mess with us when it comes to that. And then sometimes they try to use like, I want to say like shots of like rolling through those areas, and then they'll have staged areas. They'll just use the shots to make it seem like those areas are there. And I mean, I can't really think of any movies that are like based off of true stories that have like
Fear and Loathing
B-roll shots that are like in neighborhoods.
I thought of one TV show just now that shows what you describe, and it's that reality show Sister Wives.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Oh my God, I hate that show.
It's the Mormon family, the guy with like four or five wives.
Holy shit! I've actually never watched that show.
Yeah, don't bother.
It's a trip.
They're sisters?
Yeah, wait a minute. Is it just like
no? They call themselves sisters because they're
Oh, because they're all with
One
him.
unit
Wait, is
now.
that the show with like the big ass village? Like, do they all have like a big ass family too? Like each
Yes.
one of the wives?
They live in
Oh,
like a
shit.
huge, like cordoned off
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Yo, I do know about. Okay, I've seen that.
I don't know why that freaks me out so much.
Jeremiah, you should go. Jeremiah, you should go skate over there.
Oh shit. Yeah, right. I'd meet somebody definitely.
Yeah.
You could do a kickflip off of one of the sister wives.
Right. Just
You gotta see some of his moves. Like, dude, you make stuff look effortless and like just so easy.
Yeah,
You
dude,
put
I
some
appreciate
video?
that. So it's crazy. I've been skating for like way longer than what I should have been skating. Like to not be like, I guess, want to say pro. I consider myself pretty good. I've been skating for about damn near 16 years, man. Like I'm 30 right now, so. But it's been kind of like an on and off road though. But like I've never stopped skateboarding. Besides like injuries though, like I only have. It's funny. I only have one injury from skateboarding that's like really bad. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Look at that. Hey, so look, I want to pick one.
Okay.
This is the calm before the storm.
Yeah. My little.
Is this your music?
Where?
Is
We
there
can't
music
hear it.
playing?
No, I think it might be copyrighted if you can't hear anything.
Oh, I just muted it because I didn't know whose music it would be.
Oh, no, this isn't mine. I think all this music is safe though. Well, no, actually, it's not.
I like the
so the one I want to see is the one I have. What you call it? You guys seen The Last Dragon?
Oh
Yes.
Yeah. So that one that was like my latest video, and I kind of pretty much did it to that song.
Oh.
Not that one. Go down. Well, I mean, like my latest full part. I should say.
This one?
Where are we at? No, it's gonna say full part.
Oh, full part?
Yeah.
I got a skate park story that I'd like to share, but our friend Pip is here.
Yeah, that one right there with the blue shirt. Go down.
Here?
Oh, Infinity. Oh, that's what it's called. Dumbass. I don't even know what the fuck I named my videos. I was trying to keep this as fuck theme, but yeah, this one probably took me like a year to make.
Wow.
Because I did a lot of B-roll and I was like kind of being picky with the tricks I was doing and spots. But this was like when I was like working out too. I'm a little bigger.
Oh yeah, look at you. Damn.
Yeah, I was solid, dude. Like, dude, I was going through boards too, like once a month type shit. Like, Jesus.
Snapping them.
Yeah, man, I was heavier than what I was like, realizing.
I bet it's as somebody who skateboards very regularly, I bet it feels frustrating to snap a skateboard, but there's also a weird sort of like accomplished feeling about it.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I feel like you compare it to like celebrations in like any type of like sport. Sometimes you throw stuff, you freak out because there's times where you could like land something that you've been working on, and then as soon as you land it, that board's getting fucking snapped in half, dude. Like no stopping it. Like
yeah.
And that is like a relief. Like, okay, you did what you were actually going to. The board's just like outer part of you, I guess.
Yeah.
How many boards do you think you've gone through in your career?
I'm gonna guess.
Okay,
70.
let me see. In my career, honestly, I could probably say over 5,000 boards.
Whoa, geez, man.
Damn.
Like, not even exaggerating though.
Wow.
5,000?
Yeah, over 5,000 boards. Like, not even exaggerating. Because I'm thinking like 100 a year, and then I'm thinking like,
wow,
maybe some years like I do a little more than that, and like, yeah, no, I skate a lot of boards.
I thought people had like one board their whole life.
Whoa, I did too. Like for when I first started, I thought like people like your board's supposed to last like a long time. Like when I started, but like. Man, I realized once you start getting at a certain level, it's impossible for your board to last that long.
Ralph,
it's wood.
Jeremiah, do you remember your first?
Yeah, so the crazy story about my first board is like when I first started skateboarding, and like I was kind of figuring out what what sport I wanted to do rebelliously. Because like I like football and basketball, and I play soccer too, but I didn't really like those sports like that. Like I like to play like video games and stuff like that, and like kind of like random, like just do random things, you know, like. So like I was really into rollerblading first, and I used to like rollerblade like everywhere, and I just used the shoes inside the rollerblades to like get around if I had to go inside someplace. Like I actually took my rollerblades to school and like just wore the rollerblade shoes like all through school, and then like skated home type thing. Like I was really intense about every like kind of sport that I did. So like it was I think when I was riding rollerblading, scootering got popular. And then I started riding scooters when Razor first came out. Like I got one like off the infomercial and shit.
Yeah.
And I probably did that for like a year. And my homie started riding bikes. And there's a funny story about bikes is I have like these two gnarly ass like shin scars. Like they go all the way up my shin because I had a mongoose. And I don't know if you guys remember mongoose, the metal one, the metal pedal. With this, and I pretty much like gassed both of my legs. Oh, dude, gave myself probably like 12 stitches on both legs. Like,
look, I got them here too.
Dude, like, Martin, fucking gnarly, you know? Like, oh my god. So after that, I sworn off of bikes. Like, I've never rode a bike since then. I was probably like 12 or 13, and I don't even ride bikes now. I won't. You can't touch me. I won't get on a bike.
Yeah.
And
Oh, our friend Pip is here. I'm gonna bring him in because he wants to. He has like a quick segment he wants to do. But Jeremiah, stick around.
No, I'm right here, dude. No problem.
Yeah. Hang out with us and get stoned. We're gonna listen to Pip.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Pip has a segment he wants to do called Baked News.
Yes, sir.
Very appropriate.
Enter Pip.
Yeah. From Colorado. He can tell us what the air is like in Colorado. It's definitely not the desert. But Jeremiah, I live like 15 blocks away from a skate park, and I went for a walk last week, and I saw all these kids riding in this skate park, and it was very interesting because I'm more familiar with video of people skateboarding, and it just seemed like nonstop, tricks and skating.
Yeah.
It was very weird, like walking by it. It was like everyone was very like tentative and just waiting for other people to go and just like being polite.
Yeah. You got to stay pretty focused.
Oh, yeah. But it made me think, it was like a very different thing. It made me think like I should have tried to have that feeling when I was younger more. Like, because I've never skated in a skate park like that. I should have like given it a shot. It seemed like easier to try than I thought it was.
Definitely. My start to like gradually starting to skateboarding was way different from anybody else I know. Like I started with like Walmart boards and like my backyard and like dirt and like I didn't even like tell people I skated or anything like that until I could actually learn how to ride it.
I'm gonna show my age. My first skateboard was a Nodis from Santa Cruz Skateboards.
See,
do you know who I'm talking about? Like
I know Santa Cruz. I know Adonis. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's gnarly, dude. What?
And I only got it to piss off my parents because I knew Nodis spelled backwards or was Satan.
Hey, everybody give it up for Pip Smith. Pip, take it away.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Pip Smith, and this is Baked News with Pip Smith. It's good to be here on a Saturday morning, which is a weird time to do a comedy show. I'm not going to lie. Saturday. This is the earliest I've had to put on a suit since my bar mitzvah. and this is actually the same suit. I haven't grown much since then. Right? That's why it's covered in whiskey stains. No, I'm kidding. I bought this suit with GameStop money, which is what brings us to our top story today. Wall Street is losing its shit again, and this time it's because companies like GameStop and AMC have had their stocks skyrocket thanks to a bunch of trolls on Reddit. Let's give it up for Reddit.
Yeah.
Go Reddit.
Now, if anybody is confused as to how a video game brick and mortar store and a movie theater could do so well during a pandemic, it's because, like those companies, the stock market is in the business of providing us with total fantasy. GameStop stock is now at $325 a share, or as they like to put it, 34,000 used copies of The Witcher 2. And with every share you buy, you get a free copy of Game Informer magazine. I'm not making that up. No, but seriously, people are freaking out. People are freaking out so much that Robinhood, which is an app that lets average people like you and me buy stocks, it actually stopped its users from buying more stock in AMC and GameStop, right? And people think the reason for this is because Robinhood is actually being funded by the same hedge funds that are currently losing billions of dollars, which means that an app called Robinhood is actually in the business of stealing from the poor and giving to the rich, right? Which is just insane, okay? I'm going to start an app, and it's going to put muggers back on the street of Gotham City, and I'm going to call it Batman.
Yeah.
Right now, if only I could find the Joker and the Riddler, and they'll start a hedge fund. I don't really know how the stock market works, despite my heritage. But I'm down to learn more. I'm going to Temple, everybody. Have a wonderful morning. This has been Baked News with Pip Smith.
Wow. So abrupt.
Feels like he actually just turned off his computer.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he just dropped the mic. He was like,
Yeah.
Okay. There he is.
Dude, that was
What's up, guys? I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's my segment. I'm going to read the news as an anxious Jewish person, which has never been done before. What do you guys think?
I would have liked to have heard you read from the Torah.
Oh, I could actually do that. No, I could actually read from the Torah if you guys want.
Well, I mean, it's your segment, so whatever makes you happy.
No, my segment's over. You gave me 3 minutes. I clocked that. I clocked that to a T. I had this whole spiel about Ted Cruz that I had to write out because I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Well,
Give us that next week.
Right. But next week, you guys, we'll talk all about Ted Cruz and his really, really weird rivalry with AOC. Have you guys read about that?
yeah.
Oh my God. It's fantastic. Dude, he's like, oh my gosh, I actually agree with AOC. And she's like, fuck you. You tried to kill me. It's amazing.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I know. It's on point.
The only AOC I know is AOC Slater from Bayside High.
Really? Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Yo, have you seen didn't they make that show again? Didn't they reboot it? Have you heard about that?
I think AOC is playing Slater.
Oh, really?
I've not seen it, but I'm aware of it.
We'd like to see all Tom Cruise movies remade with Ted Cruz. Starting with Cocktail.
I don't know if Sean could put this on the screen, but I saw a fantastic meme where they switched Ted Cruz's face with Kevin from The Office, and they both looked exactly the same.
Whoa.
It's phenomenal.
Either I can put it on the screen or Ralph can do it, who's very
I'm
quick.
already looking it up. Let me see.
Ralph is the share screen king.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll send it to you. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah, Jeremiah. So I was watching these guys skate, and I was just like, and it seemed less intense to try than I originally thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I started from playing video games. Like Tony Hawk Pro Skater was like literally how I learned about skateboarding. Like I didn't have any skateboarding friends until like maybe 2-3 years into skateboarding.
Ah, wow. Kevin and Ted Cruz. Yeah, they're this. They
Oh, look at the face swap.
Oh, shit.
Holy
Yo,
shit.
did you see
Wait,
that
no, that's
video?
not. Is that a face swap? What the fuck?
yeah.
I was like, they said they're actually the same person.
Yo, they're actually the same person, right? Which explains so much about his policies,
Holy shit.
right? Yo, Jeremiah, did you see that video with Tony Hawk doing like that 720 as like a 55-year-old like a week ago?
Yeah, dude.
How
you know what's
fucking
crazy
cool
though?
is that?
So check this out though. I'm gonna say on his birthday, he did 50, or I think it was a year ago on his birthday, or it could have been this year. He did 50 tricks at 50.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, so he actually on his vert ramp, he hit 50 tricks. Like, and it was so when I seen this 720, I'm like, damn, dude, I know he's working his body right now.
Yo,
But that's
he-
crazy. That just
so cool.
inspires you to like literally never stop skateboarding.
Yeah,
Like
Jeremiah-
there's this little slogan I go by, and it's you didn't get old from skateboarding. You got old because you stopped skateboarding. You don't stop skateboarding because you get old. You get old from skateboarding.
Yes.
oh, that's deep. So theoretically, if he never got off the skateboard, he would just stay 25. Is that what the argument
Yeah,
is?
like literally, it's like conditioning your body for anything else in life. Eventually, you get used to it. Cause not to go into a long story, like I broke both of my legs when I was 11 years old, and it wasn't from skateboarding. I fell off of a roof and like literally snapped both of my shins.
Phew.
Like,
You should
not
tell
even kidding.
people. You should tell people you were skateboarding on the roof.
Yo, so it pretty much like it was just like me being a bad kid, dude. And like after that, like I was told like never to even like run, like don't even move like that. Like you're crazy, you broke both of your legs, and like my brain was like, okay, I can skateboard. Your legs are just standing there, like unless
You're
you're
like, okay, I won't run. I'm gonna roll.
yeah, like so, and like honestly, like that was like my transportation, like, and then I had to like pretty much rehab myself into like thinking that if I just keep doing it, then it'll eventually just get used to it, like, so, like I don't like to walk around. I can run perfectly fine just from basically strengthening my legs, but like I got skinny chicken legs that don't really grow muscle because of like nerves that got snapped, so they can only get so strong. So it's like it's weird. I got some gnarly skateboarding falls, but like nothing like that when I was a kid. Like I broke my pinky from skateboarding. That's the only bone I have ever broken from skateboarding, and I didn't go get it checked out. So it's stupid.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
following? Are you following Tony Hawk on Twitter, because he does have a really good Twitter?
Yeah, Tony Hawk's sick. I've actually called Tony Hawk and texted him. He's responded.
What? That's amazing.
He's put his number when he put his number on Twitter. He was dead ass.
But how does he respond to everybody? That's got to be like thousands of people
that's
hitting
the
him
thing.
up.
I think and I'm guessing like maybe it's the timing. Maybe he might just be chilling out, like his phone's going crazy. Obviously, I'm assuming he has another phone for like personal.
I know how
But,
he does. I know how
do it.
I know how he responds to that many people. He has like 8 phones.
And he
I'm
does it
thinking,
all
or
while
he's just giving his
skateboarding.
phones to his son and shit like that. He's like, hey, that is cool. Like, respond to him. That sounds pretty nice. Like,
My favorite thing was when he posted a video of like teaching his kid how to skateboard while he was on skateboard, and some asshole tweeted him, "You're like, you know how dangerous that is?" And he's like, "Bro, I am safer on a skateboard than you are on 2 feet."
Yeah, dude. I feel like that sometimes too. Like, man, I don't know. Like,
Jeremiah, what's your favorite? Street or ramp?
my favorite street. I'm too scared of vert. I like to watch vert. I like I like to watch street more than vert, but I have like a passion for vert that's like I respect that almost a little more than street because I could never do that, but I know what it takes to do that. So it's like, I could do it if I really like, focused in on it, but I feel like skateboard is more about doing what you feel like is fun. So there's some areas of it that you're not going to touch because I know people that skate vert and they don't really care too much for like street tricks and stuff like that, but they still dabble in it because, it's a part of skateboarding. But like mega ramps and stuff like that shit's gnarly, dude. I love watching
Going
that.
like 35 feet in the air.
Yeah, dude. And like my first thought about it is like not like the getting all doing it, like is the setup you have to have on your board to be able to do that. Cause you can't just take any board down a vert ramp and like ride it. Like stuff has to be like calculated to be able to go that fast. Like it's pretty sick. Like wheels have to be a certain size, trucks have to be a certain width. Like you can't take your street board down that because like there's risks of like speed wobbles and like placement on your board. Like, yeah, dude, it's intense.
All right, folks, I have to change and eat breakfast and do morning shit. Thank you for having me on. Follow me on Twitter. I'll see y'all later.
Oh yeah, later.
Take it easy, guys.
Jeremiah, where can people find you and especially check out more of your videos?
Definitely my YouTube, and you can just pretty much put my name in, Jeremiah Swanson. That's probably the best way to find it. And my Instagram, I'm gonna start like uploading there a lot more. That's where everything like my side stuff and like my small edits and stuff go, like my daily stuff. So that's probably gonna be.
And that's just at Jeremiah Swanson?
No, that's for
Super
YouTube.
Villain Black.
Yeah, Super Villain Black. It's SUPR_villain_BLK.
Super Villain Black.
Yeah.
At Super Villain at Super Villain.
Yeah, at Super Villain Black.
Super _villain_ BLK. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, man. Jeremiah, was awesome hanging out with you this morning, man. I'm glad
Likewise,
we
man.
Yo, shout out to Canoe Cannabis.
Definitely shout out to Canoe Cannabis, man.
For hooking us up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he's wearing the shirt right now.
Yeah,
Cool.
I figured I've worn my shirt I think for like the last 11 episodes, so I was just like, I can't wear it today.
Yeah, dude. No, so seriously.
People think I don't have any more shirts.
Right, I've been trying to get that damn hoodie they got over there too.
Oh my God, right?
Sick, dude. That hoodie's so gnarly.
I want the white one, but I'm like, oh, it's gonna get too dirty.
Yeah, dude. I said that too. I'm like, damn. As soon as I wear it, it's gonna be over. Like, God damn it.
Can you tell me how those shirts are so fucking soft?
Dude, what kind of quality is this shirt?
Right?
Yo, like, I'm not tripping.
Right?
I'm not tripping, dude. That's a nice quality shirt, dude.
It is. I gotta find out who makes their shirts.
Don't they make them?
Maybe. They make everything.
Manufacture the shirt itself?
Ooh, that'd be
The shirt's gnarly, dude. It's like, it's weird. It's like a super thin cotton polyester. I don't know, dude. It's weird. It's like stretchy, but not like.
It's nice.
It's nice.
That's all I can say.
It's nice.
Yeah, Jeremiah, nice meeting you. We would love to have you back on again, definitely. And
hell yeah, this would be dope.
I think Don.
Yeah, he followed me earlier too. I think it popped up. Yeah, I think he followed me earlier. I think it popped up on my phone, so I'm gonna.
Oh, nice.
Go check him out as soon as I finish this up.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some other guests arriving soon, which is good. And
okay, cool.
Here, I have a video I want to show you guys that Ralph, our friend Matt Yakel sent me this.
Oh, not that video. Okay.
And then very randomly, Jason sent me a video from the same person. But this is a woman who is.
Listen, I've been saying it for a while. Matt Yakel and Jason are the same person. We've never seen them in the same room at the same time. They're the same person.
That's right. I forgot that you even said that. But so this is a TikTok video from a lady who gets video of her sleepwalking episodes. And this one is.
Oh, I love this video.
This one is hilarious.
How many have you seen?
let me.
Oh my God, I love this video.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. She's flinging beers on the lawn.
Yeah, she's just like tossing them out like
like a moose knuckle. The sheer happiness she's feeling is just
she's so happy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yo, he comes and wakes her up and then she's just like laughing.
I don't think she woke up.
Just like, yo.
Yeah, I think she's still asleep.
Yeah, she's still asleep.
Yeah. All right, that was.
show.
There we go.
Did you see the one where she screamed at the dog and then like?
Yeah,
No.
she gets she just stands up and she gives the dog the finger.
Yeah.
And then goes sorry, and then it's like.
I like it so much because there's something scary about sleepwalking, but I think she has a good attitude about her own.
Yeah,
thing,
definitely.
you know what I mean?
She's sleepwalking.
Just- I wonder
it just
what
makes
she's
like in
behind
like
those eyes while she's sleeping, because she's just so fucking happy at like points. She's like ecstatic. It's crazy.
I'm sure there's also videos where she's not having a good time while sleepwalking, but that
True.
was a fun one. You know?
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been like some whoa.
Yeah.
Because it was when he caught her outside, she just kind of just started laughing, and one of them she was just like laughing like shit.
Right.
He did it again.
Yeah.
I don't understand. She was sleepwalking.
Yeah.
Understand.
Have you ever seen the Mike Birbiglia thing about his sleepwalking thing?
No, I mean I know all about it, but I never saw it.
It's real good. I mean, I think he threw himself through a plate glass window while sleepwalking or something.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Damn.
I don't understand it. How is she? Like Anya sometimes talks to me in her sleep. I'll talk to my sleep, and my sisters. I think everybody talks in their sleep a little bit.
Sure, a little.
But
I've had a full convo with my wife in her sleep. She was completely unaware.
Reed Clark is here. Hey, Jeremiah, I'm not kicking you out, but I'm turning you off.
No, you're good, man. No, it was good talking with you guys. I'm gonna get my day started, man.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, man, thank you so much.
Hell yeah, bro.
All right, here's Reed Clark, also an new Instagram friend.
Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up on the move?
Hey, how are you?
In a car, yeah. How's it going, Reed?
I'm not currently moving. I just can't smoke in my apartment. So.
Oh, yeah.
And it's cold as fuck out, right?
I'm on like the West Coast, so kind of.
Oh, are you? Oh, damn.
Kind of at night in the morning. It is not what it's advertised to be.
What part are you in, Cali or?
Yeah, Long Beach.
Ooh.
LBC. Well,
Ew.
I don't know the C part, but Long Beach. Who else is from Long Beach? Snoop is from Long Beach, and Vince Staples is from Long Beach. Anybody else?
Double All Stars, Sublime.
I didn't know Sublime. That makes sense.
Is that where you're from, Reed?
No, I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina, which is a beach city. So the Sublime thing hits home. A lot of motherfuckers like Sublime growing up.
I was just in North Carolina not too long ago.
Yeah, I lived in North Carolina for 10 years.
Whereabouts?
Up by Raleigh, Rayton Gardner.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We used to play basketball.
No beaches out by Raleigh.
No.
No.
All lake.
And educational institutions.
Yeah. Yeah. That was And barbecue. Yeah.
North Carolina barbecue is overrated.
You know, I've got to be honest.
When I said it, though.
I feel like all barbecue is a little overrated.
I'm leaving.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had barbecue and I've enjoyed it, but I never feel like I have to run out and get barbecue. You know what I mean? I'm never
I'm not a big fan of the vinegary. I like more of the Kansas City style. So,
Jason, JQ, you've made some stuff that I've had. You made like brisket once. That was good.
Yeah.
You know, ribs are barbecue, right?
Yeah.
So
ribs can't be overrated.
You never seek out ribs.
I never am like, I need ribs right now. But if I'm at somebody's backyard and they have ribs, I'm excited.
The the black people don't know how to react to that. Right?
Yeah. I was thinking because it's like we get the fried chicken thing so much, and I love fried chicken, but man, ribs, fucking beef ribs, pork ribs, I just fucking love
And
ribs.
I guess more divisive, right? Because everybody loves fried chicken, but apparently the room is torn on ribs.
The ribs are.
I love fried chicken. I can tell you where I've had my favorite fried chicken and where I've had my favorite ribs. Real quick.
wow.
Really?
Go for it.
Favorite fried chicken.
Yeah.
I was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras,
Of course.
and I was hanging out with a bunch of people. We were on the sidewalk. A parade just ended, and somebody stood up and was like, "I'm going to get some fried chicken. I'll be right back." They walked 3 blocks away, came back with gas station fried chicken, and it was the best fried chicken I'd ever had. It came from a gas station. It was so amazing.
That's wild.
And I can't tell you what gas station it was, but I remember what corner I was on. So I can find it again.
Hopefully they survive COVID.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, if it's a gas station and they're selling gas, that's an essential thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Gas, beer, and cigarettes.
And then best ribs. I was visiting my sister and her husband, and my brother-in-law was just like, "I'm going to make ribs on the barbecue," and he's like, "You're going to be blown away by these ribs." And as I've already established, I'm like fine with ribs. I don't love them, and I'm like, I don't know. And he was like, "Eat these ribs, and then I'm going to tell you where they're from." And I had them, and I was like, "Holy shit, these are great!" And he's like, "These are from Costco."
Jesus.
But he was like, "Costco has good ribs."
I feel like he was.
I'd rather marinate my own ribs than buy them in that blister pack full of the shit that they have on them.
Well, no, I mean, he marinated them and smoked them. I don't know. He did do something good to them. You know what I mean? But he was just like, "Don't
rub
these Costco ribs." Yeah. I think
Reed knows that there's only one place you can get ribs, and they got to be pork, and they got to be from Smithfield.
Oh shit! Yeah, Smithfield's probably is. See, I feel so weird saying it's like a chain or a restaurant, but I can't think of the woman's name who she made great fried chicken on just like an off day when I was traveling once. But I think Smithfield's. I like that crunchiness, that juiciness ratio. But ribs, I agree with you. I think I've had ribs. My answer would be like a friend who knew what they were doing. They made good ribs. I think the gas station thing has something to do with French culture. My girlfriend was telling me the best sausage sandwich she ever had was at a gas station in France.
Wow.
Maybe New Orleans. Maybe it's just something about like they pride themselves into where like you're gonna get good food top to bottom here.
Yeah. Maybe it was the fumes.
Where did you find out that really good ribs or chicken, they were only made because the chef made tender love to the meat? But you still eat it.
But you have to find it out in
it's not even gross. It's just
you have to find it out in mid chewing.
Yeah.
That's the question. How did I find it out while I was eating? Did I see him make love? Was it like a video that was leaked? Was it a whistleblowing employee? There's a lot of factors. If I heard a lot of people say it,
and the video is not like pornographic at all, but it is sincere, tender
love making.
So it's as consensual can be in a situation like that.
Yeah, and tasteful. It's not like there's not even any fluids involved besides the meat.
I mean, I'd order it. Yeah. I don't know if I'd be seen at the jump, but I'd order it out.
I think.
What would be the name of this establishment?
Well,
tenders.
Yeah, tender.
Tenders.
I think what I would do is
Tender Joe's.
I think what I would do is probably put down my food very calmly, and then I would ask for the bill, and then pay. Probably only tip 15%, and then leave.
Would you take a doggy bag?
No.
All right.
If I've already tasted it and it's delicious, I'm finishing. Finishing.
Yeah. Just like he did. Like, man, that guy's must be a good lover, and his wife must be happy. And we know it's in the special sauce now.
You said
See-
something about doggy bags. I was gonna say he empties all the doggy bags.
Doggy style.
Yeah. But
I love that.
did you get my joke for real? It was a thinker. Was that a laugh at your own thing? Did you get my joke late?
I probably was laughing at my own joke, which is a bad habit I have.
You laughed hard too.
I really did. I really like to. I really like my own brand. Is
I
that
respect
shameful? Anya gets at me all the time for laughing at my own jokes. It's not like a conceited thing. I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, what comedian doesn't think they are funny?
That's a really good point.
You know what I mean? Like, if you take it upon yourself to pursue an endeavor of making people laugh, it has to be because at some point you believe that you are funny as well.
It's
I
such
think a comedian around their family or friends that they grew up with at a serious event probably doesn't feel funny because there's too much pressure to be funny. I don't know if that's the same thing. Maybe they think they're funny, but like I don't like I have family members that are funnier than me that I'm intimidated by. So if I'm around them, I don't even go for it. I just become an audience member.
That's helpful to hear because I think we all have that. I don't think most comedians are the funniest person they know. I think they're in the top percentile, but they all know somebody who they're like, holy shit. Like I have people like that in my life where I'm like, when I'm around them, I don't even try. It's all you, dude. I'm not even.
It's like a basketball. There's basketball players that are better than Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan took the SATs. That's pretty much like they're hilarious motherfuckers, but I know how to play the game a little bit. I know how to send an email. So
yes, yeah, yeah. That's really. Jerry Seinfeld says that. I'm sometimes ashamed of how many Jerry Seinfeld things I quote, but he says that like, yeah, he was like, I wasn't the funniest kid at school when I was in school. I wasn't even nearly the funniest. All my friends were funny. It's just at some point everyone else went out and got jobs.
2 more Jerry Seinfeld quotes, and then let's be done. But I also hate how many Jerry Seinfeld quotes I have. One is always trust your material, which I don't think I believe that advice, but I'll tell it to new people anyway. But like when you're bombing, just keep doing the same bullshit that's not working. I don't know if I believe that, but he said it. What was the other one? The person that makes it is the one that wants it the most. Very, very poignant. Especially when you talk about like conspiracies and what did he have to do to get it? Was he sucking dick? Was she fucking? It's like whatever they did it because they wanted it more than you.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
There's one there's one instance where that's not true. And it's for the people who just lucked into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, people do just sort of luck into things sometimes,
and don't want it at all. And then they have great biopics though.
Yeah.
Actually, Salt. I'm sure not you guys haven't seen it, but the Salt and Pepper biopic on Lifetime. That's kind of the big plot point about it because Salt, like they both. Salt's boyfriend had the vision for the group and they kind of like just did it to do it. They also worked in a call center with Kid and Play and Martin Lawrence.
Whoa.
So out of their friend group, they were like probably the least ambitious for show business, but arguably had the most successful career in their field.
I used to clean kids' a pool on Long Island in my youth. That was one of my summer jobs. Kid and Play. I used to clean his pool.
Oh wow! It's 2 different people though, right?
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I said.
Kid.
But which one? Which one? Oh, Christopher Reed.
Yes.
He did
Christopher Reed.
You know he does the music for Bill Maher.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, that's him. I saw that on the credit the other day, but that dun 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 dun, dun
Ah.
that's it.
Was
That's
he
a
a good?
dope.
Was he a good tipper?
Was he?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
It was a regular gig, so I was at his house once a week. I never really got the tip, but
Oh yeah, not for Christmas.
no, I just it was a summer job, so
Oh yeah.
Do he have any young ladies or young boys hanging out by the pool?
there was never anybody at the house, and he was there maybe on like 2 or 3 occasions, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He does
And-
stand up. Apparently,
Oh.
he was
You know
in a
who I-
clubhouse.
You know who I saw years ago do stand up, and I got free tickets to something, and I was just like, I'll go because I got tickets to it, but it's not going to be good. I saw Jimmy Walker do stand up, and he was great.
Oh.
Yeah, great.
He was great.
Why wouldn't you think it'd be good?
Because I just knew him as an actor, and
Okay,
I didn't know that because I think he was a stand up before he was an actor. You know what I mean? So I think it was just that. And this was like when I was younger, and it was that mindset of like people are only good at one thing. People can't be multi-talented for some reason. But I went in with low expectations, and he exceeded them like by far. He was incredible.
I think he's probably better at comedy. But yeah, he used to have like Jay Leno and David Letterman writing for him.
Oh wow!
So some of those jokes are probably old David Letterman jokes.
Maybe
because he's one of the old comics that like probably has been doing the same acts for 30 years. Easily.
I'd buy that.
Like, why would you change it unless you had to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a well-oiled machine right there. And it's like, how many?
Because people like you are going to see the TV show guy. So as long as he doesn't do shit for the TV show, everything's going to be fresh.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to do the math. If a star like that does a show, how many people were in the audience that night, Sean?
Oh, it was a huge club, so I'm guessing like 200, maybe more.
Okay,
250 club size.
Yeah.
Let's say on average that guy does shows for like 500 people a night.
Okay.
So if I multiply that by how many people, English speaking people who go see comedy, do you think there are in the world? 1 billion?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What a question. If I knew the answer to this, I'd never have a show with only 4 people in it.
Yeah. I mean, English speaking, maybe 500 million. No, but who go see comedy shows? Probably like 500 million. I don't know.
Ooh.
I would say, nigga, I feel like it's 16,000 motherfuckers who actually go see comedy. Unless it's like Kevin Hart. I think there's 400 people who actively go see comedy.
Right.
They probably do it online. They probably like to watch old clips and then offer an opinion. But people that like actually go to shows as opposed to going to see one specific person, I don't know if it's any million.
So I just put 50 million.
50
I
million?
just put 50 million, and I divided that by 500.
Okay.
You'd have to do 100,000 shows to hit
reach everybody?
every single one of those people.
Oh.
So, that guy's probably done in his life maybe 5,000 shows, maybe.
You probably only need to do 16 a year to keep your house. So at least for him, he probably has to do less shows because of the TV show and everything. Like the Dave Chappelle line, I get paid for the attempt. Especially like comics that have been on things. I mean, people still use Comic View as a credit. And that helps sell tickets. So as long as you are a name, people are gonna. The 400 people that go see comedy are gonna go see you.
Yeah.
It's funny of like how many people you could have in your audience and how long you keep your act, and then people like Louis and Bill Burr who burn it every year and a half. It's like you could probably really, really refine that even more and have it another 5 years or longer.
I think sometimes they do. Maybe he doesn't do it as much. Maybe when you get better, you actually refine it quicker. But I've seen Bill Burr take ideas into multiple specials with like different like having had expanded on it.
Yeah.
I can't think of which one off the top of my head, but I remember feeling that way because I didn't like when Aziz Ansari first came out. I would see his material, the same material in different specials, but also when he would do interviews, you know. So I was like, but I don't know. I agree with that point though, because I do think some shit that like Louis was doing was kind of like, wow, this is real poignant and it hits me. But it's also a gift because as a comic, I can go and try to take up where he left off, you know, not like stealing his joke or anything, but like I can try to expand on it like fan fiction in a way. Like he could have went this way with, you know.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's good they do that.
What was I gonna? I also had another. Fuck it.
I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, but Dave
no, not at all. You're not talking too much, even remotely. It's just the second time I had a thought. Like I was like, I have this thought to deploy, and then it just completely fell out of my brain.
Are you, Reed? Are you out there performing still?
There's nothing,
or is everything closed down?
I think like indoor dining just opened up yesterday. I've tried to finesse some outdoor shows, but yeah. The idea for coming out here was that I figured that somebody was panicking and somebody wanted to like whatever rent whoever you rent to. So like I was thinking that they might be like, oh, okay, I gotta get rid of this place, you know, so I can eat. Let me lower the price so I could come out here and live relatively affordably, which actually worked out. So I knew that there wasn't going to be anything going on, so I expected that.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to do some shit, I'd probably have to drive and find like a city that's, you know, less densely populated and doesn't matter. But I don't want to do that right now. I'm fine seeing how the Zoom shit goes. I think I'm pretty funny at Zoom also.
That's good. Yeah, I'm all about this, just sort of like hibernating at the moment. You know, which I mean, we're not. We're doing this. This is something. You know what I mean? But as for stand up, it's just sort of like, you know, it'll happen again. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to be like frustrated about it. About comedy specifically.
I do like writing on stage, but I'm just trying to transition into. I could get better at, you know, the stuff I act like I don't like the Instagram and the TikTok shit. You know, I could try to learn how to strengthen that muscle because I want to write sketch. So it's kind of just like, yeah, do it, but instead of doing it in 3 pages, do it in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I guess. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that, but it's annoying because I don't like it.
I want to give people an opportunity if they want to do this. I want to give a shout out to, like, the other day there's a guy on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter where I'm like, man, this guy's fucking killing it. Like I'm not a stand-up, I'm an improviser, you know, and whatever, but there's always a couple of guys rotating throughout my scene who are posting things. So I'm like, or ladies who I'm like, man, this person's fucking killing it. They've got everybody nailed to they're setting the pace for everybody right now. I got to shout out Will Papura. He's fucking everything I see him post. I'm like, holy shit, man, I'm not funny at all. This guy's kicking my ass.
He just posted that stock market thing.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I've thought that about Will too.
In your vicinity, Reed, that you're like this or the lady who's like, wow, they're prolific and they're killing it.
Like joke writing on social is one thing, or like memes and stuff. But like I don't even like Instagram and TikTok like that. I like what you're talking about, like a meme. Or like a joke, like I'll actually laugh at that. But Kurt Ryan posts a lot of good memes. He's been on my feed on some legendary shit because they're all like comedy memes. So it'll be like memes about Like it'll be like a girl and then like a creepy creature behind them, and it's like a girl's first time doing comedy, and the creature is like a male comic, and I was like, that's
yeah.
that is
Yep.
like
Clyde Mack does yesterday's news,
Oh yeah.
or
Clyde Mack,
and he does it like waking up from his bed. He's like, "Hi, this is Clyde Mack." And he sounds like he's like totally tired and everything, and it just comes off like awesome. It's really and it's only like 30 seconds that he does.
I'm trying to figure out a style for it. I really like funny songs, so I think that's the only way to go to where like I like doing it and I can do it. But like I like acting and shit. There's nothing that, and I've been thinking about this for years. There's absolutely nothing that inspires me with short form content like that.
Reed,
Like
if you
no
like
sort
funny
of concept.
songs, you gotta check out Killing Me Cool.
I've heard of that.
They're in Georgia. They're really good friends of ours, and they do some awesome like rap ciphers that are just like crazy. They're so funny.
I feel like I've heard of the name.
You probably have. They're pretty funny.
Word, yeah, I'll check them out. I've been into Pete and Boz recently. I don't know if you know who they are. God, I wish I was on my phone. I would share my screen and just real quick because that's
Ralph's
like
on it. Ralph's on it.
Wait, what is it?
Do One by Pete and Boz. You got to start from the beginning.
Pete and Boz.
Do One and Bonds?
Boz, B-A-S. Pete and B-A-S. They are they're not trying to be funny. They're trying to rap. But they're very old British men. So in turn, it's hilarious. I'm giving it away, but I didn't want to. Radio, right? No dead air.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'll find it funny. I now have a compulsion to share this with everybody.
Is it?
Oh, you gotta do the video, bruv.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find it.
But my friend put me onto this, and I love how you have a lot of tabs open because I do too, and niggas be talking shit, and I'm like, my mind works like this.
Yeah.
But they're hilarious yet also great rappers in my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about it. It's always up in the air. But there's only like a handful of videos of them. But this is where it all started for me. Yeah.
With the 50p charge when I pay card. Came for the beggar ball scratchings and I came hard. Soon as I put the gloves on, I'ma get loud. Look right. We ain't here for a laugh. This is serious. You must think I'm daft. The wife cooked me favourite, and I'm in front of the plate. And if you do my nutting well, son, it's gonna end up in your face. I've had more sketch than you've had on dinner. Look at you, useless. Look at them clueless, Jesus. You need a lesson in being a man. Tuck in your shirts and then pull up.
What the fuck?
Your pants. Listen again if you misunderstand. What's that? I don't wanna hear another peep. Tied my hands and the bobby's on the beat. Lorena's on my feet. Pull up in the mud with my bird in the street. Hello? Yeah. I'm in the top of these mugs. Rolling them up in a rug. Camera in the back of the car. Should've listened when I told ya. Do one. You can go do one. Too many things on the line. Backed off the ring and I just got a new one. Do one.
I can't handle that. Whoa, my mind.
It took me weeks.
Just changed my life.
I love that because my life was changed. That's why I had to show people. It took me weeks to understand it. I watched it once. It passed by me. I thought it was funny. Then I thought about it and I was like, that isn't only funny, it's poignant, it's sad, it's comedy, it's tragedy, it's mystery.
Mystery. You know what?
Not even like joke rap. Like literally, they were really good.
Yeah.
In just
He came for the bag of pork scratchings and it came hard.
In just the minute and a half that we saw, I feel like they might be like old school punk or like two-tone like ska guys or something like that. Like
that's my theory. Yeah, I think that they loved hip hop since it started, and now they're able to like they kept up with the trends and the technicalities of it.
Right. Not even if maybe they were like down with hip hop this whole time, but it was like there's a part of them that was like fuck this, or you know what I mean? Like don't see us how you see us. Like this is how we are. You know what I mean?
We're here for a laugh. This is serious.
Yeah.
I'm daft.
And
I've had more scraps than you've had hot dinners.
Yeah. And it might just be the Britishness that makes me think that they're old punk guys, but I don't know. That's my take on it.
It's such like it's. I'm gonna. That is one of the most beautiful things I've seen because it's also like they're also being totally themselves. They're not trying to be young. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to not be too old British dudes. Like they're totally themselves, and yet they're totally fully embracing and appreciating a newer form. And like, yeah, this is our version of it, and we respect it, and we're going to be really good at it.
I need them to never have their street cred checked though, because like if they're ever like, we're just entertainers, we've never committed any crimes, I'm gonna be like, I still need to believe. I still need to believe that he actually has tied more hands than the Bobbies on the beat.
Yeah.
Which I had to look this shit up a little bit. Like he's arrested more people than police. He's a kidnapper. I have to believe that he kidnaps people and rolls them up in rugs when he's done with them.
Yeah, but they could be bankers for all we know.
Oh no. That would kill me.
I still respect it, man. They're just it's like because it's like Robert De Niro didn't do any of that stuff that he did.
Right.
Yeah, he did. He's a tough guy though, maybe a little bit.
That's what I mean. Like they're probably really tough guys.
Yeah, that energy has to come from somewhere.
Yeah. That video had over 1 million views. Ralph, they have to have like some video of being interviewed. So they have to have been on a podcast at this point.
No, they keep everything in house. They have other videos of them on that thing. They have this thing where like they talk before the video drops, or they do this thing where they will go into a store and ask how much can I get for 11 pounds? I don't know. I think they just try to grab a whole bunch of shit and fuck with the people. And they seem like they're fucked up a lot. I will say that.
Wow.
I think the whole impetus of this is, well, like one of their songs, Pint and a Fag. They just drink and smoke all day. With the snooker team. And that's their, oh shit, it's happening. So there's another song called Window Frame Cypher, and it's got the whole snooker team. And they're like a Wu-Tang Clan. There's a lot of different old guys.
Wow.
Oh, it's great. Watch that when you get a chance.
Yeah.
If you're as into it, like the way you're reacting is how I was really. Once it hit me, how special they are.
I don't know if I can deal with it. It was too much.
You gotta be by yourself. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. If there's more than two of them, that means that there has to be some sort of once in a while, some internal beef. There's got to be internal friction between those old guys.
I would love to see. I would watch that. I would binge watch that documentary. Like they have me so intrigued on the marketing level because they're so. I don't know. Like I said, it's mystery. Yeah, I don't know so much about them. I'm putting together my own narrative, like a comic book.
Yeah, that's really that's really amazing. Wow, I am truly inspired by that.
I'll never do anything that great.
What's that?
I'll never do anything that great, and I have to come to terms with it.
Well, I mean, what do I know? I'm just one person, you know what I mean? But the antidote for thinking you're never going to do anything that great is to just stop trying to be great.
Yeah.
And then
Just
greatness
have
will
fun.
happen.
Right, yeah. It's refreshing. Some people don't like to know how small they are, but to me it's relieving.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I'm not there yet. I have and I would say probably an unhealthy fascination with greatness. I'm like always thinking about it, just because not for me, but just like I just think about all the great art in the world that like that piece that has just been like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna think about that for the next week. You know what I mean? And when I think about things like that, I'm just like, I've this is probably incorrect, but I've always had the sense in my life that like, what else is worth doing besides that? Like I just besides like trying to make something that makes someone feel that way. Like another thought you ever see this movie? It's one of my favorite movies. It's I think my favorite Woody Allen movie. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about him anymore. But there's this great Woody Allen movie called Sweet and Lowdown. And Sean Penn plays the second greatest jazz guitarist in the world. It's so fucking good. And there's one part where he's a fucking fake hustler. So they go to this talent show to just try to win some cash to get to the next town. And he's like, all right, we're gonna join this talent show and you're gonna play a song, whatever, and you know, kind of play through it, but you're gonna win because you're gonna be much better than everybody in this small town. And he's like, all right, good. And he gets up on the stage and he starts to, you see some girl embraces tap dancing, and then he gets up and he's like, all right, I'm gonna play. And he starts to play. And then the next scene you see is the whole town chasing them over a hill, like, and they're running. And then the next scene they're at a campfire, and the guy goes, next time when you enter an amateur night, don't play so good. And then Sean Penn's character goes, I don't remember the songs if I don't play well. And I just that it's like I identify with that so much. Like nothing is fun or as fun to do if you're not trying to do it at the highest level you could possibly do it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel fun to me. You know what I mean? If you're not trying to like be the greatest you could be at it, it doesn't feel fun.
Well, I think
sorry.
Well, I think that in a way, I think that is the better way to frame it, of like, be the greatest you. Don't try to outgrade other people. Take it away,
right.
We both
like with jokes like stand up. I record myself, but I typically, because I also do improv, so I typically go off of like I'm gonna remember everything that worked. So I go back and I listen to stuff. I'm like, oh, that joke is good. It just didn't work that day. Yeah. And then I try it again. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I know how to tell this joke better to where it works more often. Yeah. But I think that's funny because I mean, I also, you know, I'm whittling down when you're editing and stuff you write. You know, it always is a question of greatness for sure. And then stand up, you get to see what it's like. But improv, yeah, like you definitely only remember the story if the story is kind of built around something funny, everyone's gonna be on the same page because we all laughed at it. We all know why it's funny. But you know,
man,
I actually got to see Sean go through all of that last night, and how with telling the joke, you know, you're set the first time to telling your set at the end, and how what you cut out, because I seen that you like cut stuff out and you move stuff around too, so it was props to you too. So,
who were you playing?
So I a few months ago I was not trying to write jokes, but I randomly thought of like a 10-minute set in one night. I thought of like a complete 10-minute set, and it was like very connected and exciting, and like I was not trying to write anything, and just ideas came to me. And so I did it once at an outdoor show that Ralph and Anya I too was organizing, and it went very well, and it was exciting to have that like burst of inspiration, you know. So last night I decided to just do it on Zoom like 5 different times, just to like let people see it, because I talked it up on social media a lot. Like prior to doing it live, I was like, I just wrote the best 10 minutes of my life, and so I did it last night 5 times. 2 of them I think were a little like iffy. You know, I recorded all of them. I wouldn't say that any of the performances I did were like stellar.
I don't know. I thought the first one and the
fifth
the
one?
second to last one with Brooke were like, and those were like the most like technically wrought out of the whole.
Yeah.
So,
no,
I mean-
I did do good, and I just got a message from somebody who watched it last night who said it was very good. So
Yeah.
like it's weird because people will like, wow, that was very good, and then you're always a little just like, I should have done a little bit better, you know what I mean? But it was a fun thing to do last night, you know what I mean? I was satisfied with the event. And even if I was like picky about my performance, it was like a fun night to be able to do, you know. That's that.
So interesting how much every year more and more I realize that like doing comedy, making music, any of these things, especially in the arts and kind of really in the performing arts, it's really just all just like a Zen practice. We're all just moving. I mean, I'm going full Gary Shandling now, but it's like we're all just getting closer and closer to some sort of truth, some sort of principles, guiding principles that we're trying to align ourselves with and abide by, that are like, you know, moving closer and closer to some sort of wisdom and acceptance and like diligence and like, you know what I mean? It's like when you talk to other artists about art, you always just end up really talking about like spiritual things and like, or like, you know, like engineering, but like engineering to me is like a fundamental truth of like, this is what'll make this thing stand the most solid, you know?
I like that in the middle of that deep thought that Ralph shared, he felt the need to pause and then blow some fuzz off of his desk.
That's one of his truths that he lives by.
Yeah.
Gotta keep
no fuzz on the desk.
It was like, I have something important to say, but hold on 1 second.
Kind of like a shoulder brush. He's brushing his shoulder on everybody.
This is out of nowhere, Reed, but have you seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom yet? It's a very strange sense.
I have, yes.
Oh my God. I just watched it this morning and it fucking just blew my mind.
I think it's probably the best acting I've seen Chadwick Boseman do. Rest in peace. I don't think he's a great actor at all. I think he's like did the job, but I also don't think that, what's the dude's name that plays Captain America?
Chris Evans.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good actor. I don't think you have to be a good actor to play a superhero. But in Ma Rainey's, I was like, okay, yeah, like you did theater, you you know, all right. I see your training now.
Yeah, see, there's a couple of things. There's so many things I want to address there. One, I also think it's the best acting I've ever seen Viola Davis do. I've never seen Viola Davis ever be better. Like, I always sort of felt like, not that she was lacking something, but there was something about her style that I didn't quite like. The best thing I'd seen her do up until then was Fences, but this was just like, I felt like there's a lot of women who try to reach for Meryl Streep, and there's only a couple who have ever done it, as far as from our generation, from current generation. And now I'm like, holy shit, Viola is right there. Viola's sitting right there. That performance. And so, but what's the other thing I was gonna say? Things are leaving my head today.
It's because you woke up so early. Maybe you're like sleepy. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm all sleepy. But I also felt the same way about Chadwick's performance, but then I realized something. Chadwick, what just occurred to me this morning is Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan are kind of the same in that their acting styles are very similar in that they're sort of like, oh, this is the other thing I found it. We're all like, oh, well, he does theater, yet we're all improvisers.
Yeah.
We all do theater. We're all theater.
Wow. Yeah.
But the other thing is, with Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan, like I think they come from either it's because they come from a Black tradition or a modern tradition. They're not really that concerned with realism. They're like just concerned with storytelling. So it's like I had the same feeling when I was watching Chadwick. I was like, this acting is not that good. And then when the really important parts come, I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? When he's telling the story, when he's doing the knife part, or when he's telling the story about his mom, I'm just like, oh shit, totally. So it's kind of like, I think Michael B does this too. It's kind of like more engineering based acting. It's like they sort of like, and it's not said there's no soul in it or they're not feeling it, but they sort of like build it so you're like, okay, this is cool. And then the booby trap comes, you're like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? You totally get swallowed up by it. So it's not like Meryl Streep acting where the whole time you're like, oh, it's a different person. It's more like you're this maze and you get trapped in certain parts.
Let me be a negative Nancy. I don't think Meryl Streep is all that as far as like off the acting. I think she has great choice of roles, works with good people, but the reason that was brought out of Chadwick was brought out of Viola is because it was August Wilson.
Oh yeah.
And August Wilson knows us. We know August Wilson. And I've only seen Meryl Streep be like really like good in something that was written well. I mean, I think she's been in a lot of stuff. She's played a lot of 2D women. And then she's played like a couple really good roles. It's like, well, like, yeah. Because, who wrote it?
Yeah.
Who directed it? Like how, like who else did the work to get this accomplishment? As opposed to, Viola Davis won Best Supporting for one scene. Like that's
was that Doubt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's craftsmanship.
Oh yeah.
I would probably put Kate Blanchett above Meryl Streep.
Really?
Maybe, yeah.
Hey,
we have our next guest here.
Oh shoot!
We have Yancey, who is going to be doing some weed-related show and tell. And Reed, feel free to stick around if you have time.
I might have to slide out, but
as long as you can. But Yancey has some like
Reed, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Great to meet you, Reed.
Before Yancey comes up, Reed, how do we find you before you go?
Thank you, JK. I was wondering myself. At Reed Clark Comedy, ReidClark Comedy. Follow me at the People's Report podcast at PPLS Report Pod. Please check out that podcast. It's good. It's scripted. It's funny. It's short and sweet. We're coming back February 1st. And download Hotep, the album, wherever music is sold or streamed.
Oh, wow.
You know Anya? Anya Fadeva?
No, I don't know. Unless she got my stage name or something.
She's my girlfriend.
It depends on how long you've been doing comedy. I probably know her.
Word up.
Hey, what's up, Yancey?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Great.
Hello from Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, hello.
Portland.
Reed is here until he has to not be here, but he's over in Long Beach, and you have some collectibles to show us. Is that some show and tell?
Yes, I do. I have some great stuff that I've collected myself, and I just love showing it. And this is perfect. And doing some research, I found out some great stuff about the things I have, actually. I think I'm gonna go through them like by year,
Okay.
starting with the oldest.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna move over here.
Sure.
I'm gonna bring out the big guy first here.
All right. Whoa.
Whoa!
This is a flip chart made by the government for Native Americans. It's pretty bad.
In these days, it's marijuana, no question.
No, actually, it covers everything.
Yeah.
Let me do it efficiently.
That's fucking cool.
Wow.
Set it up on a stand and open it up. And oh, Frank, I'm gonna hit Frank back there. So you flip through, and the teacher's notes are on the back side here. So you can read those without the people seeing them. But I'll just go through a couple. This thing is massively huge. I was not expecting it so big.
Oh wow!
Self-explanatory there.
Marijuana Bush.
This is good. This is like pre-Dare.
Oh, is this how it's packaged?
Yes, packaging. Large confiscated shipments usually consist of brick-like packages, kilos, blah 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 blah. Here's the teacher's side.
Oh, you got to take pictures of these, Yancey, and post them.
I will.
With all the stuff.
I'll make a little videos. Oh, look at this.
Yeah. Beware. Be on the lookout.
Is a blunt? Oh, they're the blunts.
No, sticks.
It might be a
sticks, numbers, reefers, joints. I've never heard them called numbers.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey man, let me get a number.
It sounds right.
Yeah.
And then we get into the life lesson they want to teach you here, but it covers all kinds of stuff.
Yancey, do you remember where you found that specific piece?
I got that at an estate sale maybe 15 years ago.
Oh.
And I rarely take it out, so I'm happy to show it. Let's see. This is a cool one.
Yeah.
Is that Mary Jane Superweed?
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Whoa.
So this is right out of Haight-Ashbury, San Francisco, 1971, I believe. And it basically just has a little friendly disclaimer that we don't know what we're, we don't endorse this. We don't even know what we're writing about. But here you go. And then it shows you how to go through all the stages of growing, blah, 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 blah. Not so much visual, more informational. This is really a guide to growing. And this is a famous book. It's very popular, and you can find it on the internet, like in PDF files. People have reproduced it. And they have all these other books here from the Stone Kingdom Syndicate. But I just love this picture. Mary Jane Superweed.
Do you know if there's any information in there that's obsolete about growing? Things that we now know is wrong information?
No. In fact, I looked through it and it looked like it would work. I mean, it's a very simple system, but simple is beautiful.
Yeah.
So this one, you can find this on the internet for sale, or you can also find it like PDFs, but I'll take pictures.
Yeah.
And, for the slideshow.
I know nothing about growing.
I love that you wore a tie for this.
It was either that or really crazy. So I couldn't decide.
I'm glad you went with the tamed shirt.
Yeah.
I like that.
I figured I'd play professor here and be more serious. Fortunately, I'm sitting next to the baseboard heating here. It's 8:45 or so here in Portland.
Yeah.
Somebody turned the heat on and they turned it off, but it's like baking behind me, and I have a hot white light. I feel like I'm being interrogated under a white light talking about.
Yancey, let me warn you, we got about 5 more minutes of live to go. So if you have something you definitely want to show us, make sure you get it in.
Oh yeah.
This record here, Child's Garden of Grass, pre-legalization comedy. This is the whole album is on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
38, something like that. It's a comedy, but it's mildly entertaining. It's worth a check out. You just put that in there on YouTube. Child's Garden of Grass. You can listen to all of it. Boom. This is 73, I believe. Boom.
Yeah.
Now, this one here, A Parent's Guide to Marijuana. This was like this is 73, and it's kind of a generic booklet made by Western Electric. You remember before the Baby Bell breakup and all that stuff with phone companies, like in the late.
Yep.
This is a local TV station, and you just stamp your own city on there, and it basically tells you that if you find your kid with some weed, just call the cops and we'll come over and take care of it nicely for you. It's really quite funny.
Nowadays, parents find out that their kids got weed, and they're like, "Yo, can we get some?"
Yeah, if we got a minute, I'll find that page. You may decide not to seek help from the police. Your child may continue to use marijuana and risk the possibility of running afoul of the law. Here again, the authorities will be fair and reasonable and will consider all factors. On the other hand, if you discover a great quantity of marijuana, your child may be trafficking in drugs, and the situation is much more serious.
Wow.
So
Those
there's a
friends with
variety
that
of
kid.
things. Yeah, it's great because it kind of covers the spectrum. I have stuff from, purely informational about producing. And then I have, propaganda to comedy, from users, I believe, to, large corporate books that were, you stamp your own city on the book and just claim it's yours. Last one I have here for you. New facts about marijuana.
Oh,
It's very veiled, but is actually published by the Worldwide Church of God. Worldwide. Okay. Worldwide Church of God, 1971. Crazy story behind this church. They had a pseudo-scientific doctrine of British Israelism. Something about somebody colonizing the earth somewhere at some time, and it's considered pretty out there. But this is a very propaganda, telling you what to do and what the answer is, why you don't need this stuff. And oh yeah, this is great here.
Yancey, have you ever heard of Pete and Bass?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
Pete and Bess?
yeah. They're
Like-
British.
we should have them play us out. Have them play us out, Ralph. We could talk over them.
Yeah.
Yancey, what do you not have in your collection that you would like to have that's marijuana related? Is there anything out there that you wish you had or would like to find?
Some of that hash from the 80s with the Afghanistan gold stamp on it.
That would be good. Yeah.
With a back aim. Still dodging the text, man. Laying on the beach in a cafeteria. Look who just walked through.
But I've really enjoyed during quarantine, I've met a lot of people from the East Coast, and I've never been to the East Coast. I'm a West Coast guy, and I was a little bit, thinking it's going to be a whole different culture. But I've gotten along with everybody great. Everybody's just great from the East Coast. I just want to make sure I mention that.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Nancy, how can we find you before we leave?
I'm on Instagram at Team Yancey. Basically, just type in Team Yancey. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
Awesome, man.
And I will make up some pictures and maybe make a slideshow video or something that would be shareable all ways around.
Oh yeah, propaganda us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the. Did I get these in the camera there? You guys see this?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I know.
Okay.
Light up.
Unfortunately, the batteries in the light up one are dead, I guess.
What?
But so this one, I got these at an estate sale too for like $2.
Wow, you find the estate sale deals. $2.
Estate sale.
Yeah.
Portland is a great city for estate sailing, among a lot of other things as well.
That's where all this came from?
Yeah, all of them. In fact, this one here I bought at a friend's house, and 2 houses down. They had a yard sale. Bought it from a grandma about 80 years old. And when I got back to the house, I was so geeked out about it. And she's like, But wait, now my neighbor's gonna think that I'm growing weed.
That's
Whoa, whoa.
Well,
funny.
I don't want to talk about it.
yeah, all
Nancy,
right.
thank you so much for coming out today, man, and
Yeah,
showing
it
us
was
all this
blast.
cool stuff.
Thank you,
Always a good
Reed.
time.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I.
Follow Yancey,
We'll talk.
Team Yancey.
We'll talk soon. It was a pleasure. Like I said, East Coast, you guys have been fantastic. Met lots of new people during quarantine, and I'm having a ball.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Also, go check out Reed Clark.
You got it.
Yes, for sure.
All
Thank
right.
you, brother, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
For 20 life.
All right.
Awesome.
That
Thanks,
was
guys.
That was the show. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.